Okay, ooh, take two of this thing. Sorry, guys, because I'm at a public library and I don't have the best resources in doing this. But this is what I can do because I haven't made a video in a while and I've been really busy with work. So, mind you, and this public library is mounted on a wall, so watch out for the glare. I'm gonna try to watch out for that glare, and I'm still recording this on a silly camera phone, so mock me all you want, but whatever. Anyway, we're going to continue on with our deixis demonstratives or demonstrative deixis relations, right? We talked about how within the distance existence relationships, you can have the rhythm and rhyme doing the time, right? So we have ari dinhi, right? Anhi dinhi and ha dinha and adto dito. However, when we mix the demonstrative pronouns into this relationship, things become a little weird, okay? They don't really follow that rhythm and rhyme thing anymore because demonstrative pronouns are another it's just another general form of a noun, right? It just we don't know what a noun is, we're just going to call that object or whatever, right? That non-living object or that thing, right, into something like a this or that, right? It just depends. And I'm not going to go over what they mean because you should already know that. So anyway, if we refer to these nouns as pronouns, and we want to make sure that if we want to try to move these pronouns in terms of location, relationship, or distance, how can we do that? Well, these four verbs already express the distance existence form of the verbal movement, right? So there's your key. It's a verb. It's a verbal movement. And as you know, if you just use a verb in its raw format as itself, it's in its imperative form already, versus the location right here showing a destination. Adto dito, go over there. Anha dinha, right? Come over, or I guess you say go over there. Like anhi dinhi, come here, right? Ari diri, hurry up and come here, right? Ari diri, so come towards closer to me, right? So they already express this form of a verb, right? Some sort of movement of a verb. But when we add on these demonstrative pronouns, right, things start to change. If I want an object to be moved and I'm telling you to move an object or whatever that object is, I can use any one of these plus the relations with the distance existence relationship. For example, if I want you, for example, to move an object over there, which is far from me but closer to you, maybe far from both of us but not way yonder, and I'm holding the object close to me, I can say something like this. Anha kari dinha. Okay, anha kari dinha. Move that object over there, right? Just move that object. Some sort of movement going on with that object going over there, right? Dinha. It's far from you and me, but not too far, okay? Not too far, not like way yonder dito, right? If I have an object that's closer to you and me, or I guess it's closer to you and a little farther from me, and it can form or it can fall under the definition of kani, right? I can also say something like anha kani dinha, right? As long as that rhyme is still valid. Okay, you can never mix and match these two. But the ones on the left here with the demonstrative pronouns, you can. Anhi kana dinhi. Okay, so anhi, right, meaning to come close to me, but not too close like ari. It's just to come close to us. This object, anhi kana dinhi. Move this object here, right? Anhi kana dinhi. So this is what I mean by there's flexibility with this whole deixis demonstrative relations. Okay, and it even works well with just within its own range, right? Anha kana dinha, move that there, okay? Anhi kana dinhi, move that here, okay? So I hope this is starting to make sense, okay? Or even with kani, right? If I'm holding an object that's close to me and it's valid under the definition of kani, I can also say and I want that object moved away from me, right? I can say anha ka ni dinha when I'm holding that object, or if that object is close to me and I'm pointing to it under that definition of kani, I want that object moved further away. So I'll say anha ka ni dinha. I'm telling you now to move that object away from me, okay? Or something like this, like anhi ka na dinhi. I want that object far over there. I want you to move that right here next to me now. So this is what I mean by that deixis demonstrative relationships, is that even though we have these demonstrative pronouns, right, and even though we have our verb forms here, they still act like verbs. They still show movement, and it doesn't matter because it doesn't need to matter with the rhythm and rhyme with the demonstrative pronouns, because these demonstrative pronouns already blanket the form of the general noun they have, okay? So again, if you have any questions, just write them down. But this is probably the main thing I want to talk about with our deixis demonstrative relationships, as you should already know what what all these words already mean.